Annuity producers have been lied to about what it takes to do over $10 million a year in annuity production. I'm Jim Fisher, and after coaching over 1,000 agents, I've realized that there are 11 critical stages to dramatically increase your annuity production. By understanding the deep connection between those stages will help you go consistently from cold lead to closed client. And by the end of this video, not only will you know those 11 stages, but we'll make sure that there's no leaks between them for you that are costing you dearly on your production. It's this end-to-end integration that is the secret to adding $4 million or more to your annual annuity production. Now, if you receive value from this video at any point, click the like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can have more training like this one to scale your annuity sales. Let's get into the video. This video is for you if you want to scale your annuity sales without leaving your home or office. Now, to do this, two things must be true. Number one, you need a consistent way to generate exclusive online leads. And then number two is that you need a proven virtual selling system to turn those cold leads into closed clients. Now, before we get into the stages, it's important to understand what I mean by cold lead, and really the opposite of a warm lead. What's a warm lead? Warm in their level of trust and connection with you, like they already have trust and you already have rapport with them, the producer, and this really changes the process that you can get away with, or the lack of a reliable and proven process to get away with. So, cold leads, therefore, are people that you really don't have any trust or connection with at the beginning of your sales process, right? They clicked on an ad online, they opted in, maybe they had some qualifying or educating information that led to their opt-in and completing some information and contact details to you, but you don't have any relationship. And so having that as the starting point, it's really important that you have a process to pull people forward, to lead people forward, even though that there's no trust and rapport at the start. And this is vital if you're going to have an accelerator pedal that you can control to scale your annuity production. It's really the secret to infinite scale, right? I said it's like the accelerator pedal because if you have a reliable marketing system and proven virtual selling process to connect those two things together, that's kind of the start of that integration, then you can put $1 in and get $3, $5, $7, or even $10 out. Now, the question then becomes, if you have this replicatable model to turn cold leads into closed clients, is how many dollars do you want to invest into that money-making machine? And the answer is as many as I can, right? You just simply do the math and reverse engineer your goal, your production and or commission target, and say, how much do I have to spend in this reliable money-making machine, this ROI driving machine, to reach my goals? And the question you might be asking now, well, is that it? And unfortunately, no, it isn't. Now, what makes this math possible is the integration between these 11 critical stages from cold lead to closed client. It's the ultimate leverage that comes from end-to-end integration between advertising and the sales process through product case design and case management all the way through issue paid. When you know the product outcome, you can create an even more magnetic advertising and marketing funnel that leads right through a very influential and persuasive sales presentation. Without this integration, you present okay products to disinterested people. You're really just trying to inform into buying. You're trying to push your products to people. So let's get into what are those 11 critical stages. The first one is audience. Like, who is your ideal audience for what you can offer in the way of solutions to problems? Who has those problems? The next stage is advertising. What message to that audience would be magnetic in attracting them that would have that prospect saying, this is for me. I feel this way. I need that. I have that problem. What else can I do? What information can you provide to me, right? It's magnetic. It resonates with them enough to get them to take action. Once they take action, the next step is qualification. You can also talk about this as education, right? And this is the bridge between the actual marketing and the beginning of the sales process. It's the diagnostic phase where you use the right scripts to communicate to your client that, I'm here to help you solve real problems that you're fully aware of and have an intense desire to solve. You see, we're not just going to present or pitch a product at people. We're going to see if they have the problems that we can solve. Now, the thing is, because we know end-to-end integration, that the end result in our case is maybe a fixed index annuity. We started with the ad and then the the right audience who would be qualified for it, the advertising. So the qualification process is really just starting a bridge to helping this client, right? We've already done a lot of the heavy lifting because we began with the end of the mine and we reverse engineered through all of these 11 critical stages. So the qualification process is to uncover problems that we can solve. Although they resonated, now diagnose whether they have the problem that we can solve, the pain that we can prescribe our solution to, right? And so that's the first step. The next step is a planning phase that also leads to case design. You see, a lot of times without this end-to-end integration, the case design is often by a disinterested third party. You're speaking to a marketer or a wholesaler at a carrier or maybe at your IMO. And what I've found is that they're not that skilled, not that connected to the marketplace and the integration to the sales process being one of the key problems. But at the very least, they're not very connected to who you're talking about. And so this case design component, if it's not integrated with your marketing and or the rest of your sales process, it puts you in a weaker position, right? And so then the product is just a good idea. It's not the real solution to the problem, which is the next stage in the process. Does your case design lead to a product that is positioned as the solution to a problem that your prospect is fully aware of? The next step then is the presentation, right? Is the presentation integrated through the rest of the connecting points in the story in the sales process? And did you begin with the end of the mine so that you know that this presentation would be incredibly persuasive to your prospect and resolving the pain or problems that they're now fully aware of, that you elevated that awareness through the prior stages in this process? From here, the integration leads you to getting an application. And you see a lot of people that are struggling to reach their goals, they think that this is like kind of that proverbial closed deal yes step, and they haven't fully respected that there are still 4 more stages after this that still you have to rely on and take responsibility for and do enough work with so that you can actually close the business to the point where you've been paid. So after you get the yes, is how are you managing that process so that you're overcoming objections, gaining agreements, and following through the application so that you have a strong commitment to follow through all the way to the issued policy. The next step in our 11 critical stages is case management. And the key thing about case management, where most people fall short without this end-to-end integration, is they don't really have a reliable support system and process so that once a suitability is approved, which is the next stage, right, that they're ready to move to a funds transfer process. Case management is application review prior to submission and signing so that you actually get accelerated suitability approval and you don't get stuck in application refinement, editing, getting it re-signed, losing your credibility with clients, right? And so you can consistently and reliably go from a commitment that drives to an application with the great case management that drives to stage number 9, which is suitability approved. Now, a lot of people, you get an app and you suitability approved, and now you have all this pending business. And so many people, get stuck here because they're able to get the yes if they did other parts of this right, but they aren't getting paid. And it's because you haven't respected the bridge point, the connecting point between suitability approved and issued policies, which is funds transfer. How do you overcome conservation efforts from certain custodians or advisors, right? How do you overcome conservation efforts from certain carriers if you're in an annuity replacement, right? So that you actually see the funds transfers, meet that approval, fund the policy, and you make sure the policy is issued so that you know and you have the follow through on case management so you can go to the final stage, which is commission paid. And those are the 11 stages in the process. This is really the true secret to the success of all of the agents and advisors that we work with. You see, when we design an advertising campaign and a complete sales process with the end in mind, it changes everything. It changes all the results. It dramatically increases profitability from every dollar that you put in. That's why you can get $5, $7, or even $10 out in commission. It allows us to create a purpose-built brand that attracts prospects with the problems that can be explicitly solved for by best-in-class fixed index annuities. And that's what we're doing. And we also, in this process, are using AI to create better ads, to develop better ad creative, like the images and sometimes video and graphics. We can develop better landing pages that are magnetic to your prospect, that really develop that desire in them to say, this is me, I need this, I need to figure this out. And we also, through that advertising and AI testing methodology, we can create these long-form qualification surveys and quizzes to really create this robust profile so you can have an immediate connection to the needs and demographics of your new exclusive lead. With this, we can make the most resonant advertising funnel to generate exclusive annuity opportunity that you can close in the marketplace. And the ultimate result of this end-to-end integration is higher conversions, which means more profitability to you, right? That is what allows us to put $1 in and see $5, $7, or even $10 in commissions come out. Now, you're likely stuck not seeing these types of results because you need more complete leverage from a deep end-to-end integration and connection across the entire flow of generating new business. You don't just want to buy leads over here and then work with that wholesaler or that marketer or this carrier or that over there to hopefully piece it all together in the middle and make sense of it to your client, right? You need to really have the integration so that the funnel starts all the way at a certain product scenario, an exclusive product opportunity that really causes you to win more business because it explicitly solves for very clear problems to your clients. And when you can bring that all the way back from the end, I want to sell this product and make sure it issues all the way to the audience at the beginning of the 11 critical stages. That is the secret to growing your business. It's all 11 of these critical stages and having the integration with one strategic partner across all of them. Now, if you want to learn more how we work with agents and advisors just like you to add $4 million per year or more to your annuity production by solving for this end-to-end integration, then you should watch this video right here next. I'll also leave it below. In that video, we discuss how you can license our complete system called Annuity Attraction Brands to help you add that $4 million plus a year in production, help you get beyond $10 million a year and be a top 1% producer. And with that program and Annuity Attraction Brands, our system, it solves for exclusive leads generated and developed with AI-driven advertising. It solves for a proven and profitable virtual sales system and all of that end-to-end integration, support, and case management, all the way through issue paid that we talked about. So go watch this video and we'll see you there.